The shared graph is closed. We've reached the plateau of fleeting notes, and by the wisdom that each of you displayed in the live session, I think it's time to really dig in for the remaining 4 weeks we have together. Just to recap, there's two distinct parts in the fleeting notes phase. The capturing, which will refine and perfect in week 6's workflow and output focus, involves taking enough of a snapshot of evidence that we can abstract at a later time and saving the reference notes that go along with that or the source material. Then there's the processing that happens afterwards at a later time. This is allowing for yourself to discover why this passage or phrase stood out to you amongst the other noise, and to be able to follow how you arrived at that idea whenever you stumble upon this note later. Which leads us right into literature notes. This is where we meet the author. And before we jump in, I think we ought to get honest with ourselves. And that's what I'd like to explore today. See, if I want to elicit the best out of someone, it presupposes that I am offering my best in return. And just imagine if you're dealing with something very difficult and a loved one who you usually confide in was distracted and not really present to your grievances. I mean, how would that make you feel? How would you respond? So if I approach an author with whom I'm taking from, with a lackadaisical approach of a summarization that doesn't go beyond the shallow surface of what they're really saying, how would we expect to get the best from them? This entire week we'll be exploring the mechanics, but I also want to take this time today to realize what we are doing when we judge without doing our own due diligence. It's about matching the work that they've put in with the work we've put in. And I think I'll say it. I hardly think you'll be adding notes from authors that you don't respect, whether you agree with them or not. So there is still a sense of respect that you have to give because you, in essence, are taking from them. So the question is, how do we elicit the best from others? Well, this is going to hurt. And I think we should let it hurt. I'll see you in the guided writing exercise.